Hello and welcome to a new episode of Escapades Player Review session. My name is Suryansh, and today I'm joined by Akshat and Anand. So today, what we're doing is each of us have selected a couple of players, our hits from the game week that just gone by, and so yeah, without wasting any other time, talk to me, Anand. Who's your pick for this game week?
Well, it was a no-brainer that Kevin De Bruyne was just amazing this game week, and he has been as seen over the past few years. The very interesting bit about De Bruyne is that he's topping all the charts, be it goal creation action, he's second to Bruno over there, and in NPXG plus XA, he's number fifth at the moment, and his ranking will probably only improve. When it comes to G plus A, per 90 minutes, even there, De Bruyne has a really good value. So he's recording a goal or assist every 97 minutes. So, he's just incredible at the moment and going forward as well. We just expect great things to come from De Bruyne, especially the next game week it's United, but after United he faces West Brom. So whatever we saw against Fulham, we just might see that once again.
Yeah, he started firing up right before the Manchester derby, man. That's what's
Yeah,
scary.
that's pretty scary, and that was exactly what I was going to say. No, that City this first time perhaps this game because the second time running we've seen the City team do really well and Kevin De Bruyne do really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving forward, Akshat, really excited to hear your pick for this game week.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
so the player that I have chosen for the standout six of Game Week 11 is Harry Kane. I mean, bloody hell, what a player, man. I find myself wondering that if there is anybody in the world playing better football than this guy. He walked off with an assist and a stunning goal to his name, and he became the leading scorer in the North London derby. So he has also started performing the role of number 10 without any effect on his prolific goal scoring. Uh, and I was just reading somewhere that he has been directly involved in 18 Premier League goals this season till now. And but you can't take talk about Kane without taking the name of Heung-min Son. I mean, I think the
Absolutely.
both the players complement each other so well. Like 2 weeks before we talked about Son, and now finally it's Kane's turn. So this was another episode of the long-running Kane Son show, and I mean, absolute brilliant display of partnership. So for me, it was hands down Harry Kane. So Suryansh, what about you? What is the first pick of this game week?
Okay, so this game week, my pick is a little different, let's say, not a little non-mainstream, but not very surprising. It's Wilfried Zaha. The kind of performance that he had this game week was, it showed what Palace had been missing the last few game weeks. Um, so yeah, I mean, Wilfried Zaha, two goals. The own goal that he inflicted was what a venomous cross that was. So yeah, he was looking quite sharp the entire match, and especially talking about his link-up play with Eze, the new lad. It was quite frightening to watch the partnership. I mean, it looks really exciting. The first goal was really beautiful. The second one, you know, Zaha has developed this ability to play up top. So that goal showed for a striker to be at the right place at the right time. I mean, that was a good demonstration of that from Zaha. And I'm sure, at least me, I have a soft corner for Zaha. I mean, he couldn't show his true potential at that point of time. But yeah, it's good to see one of the lads that have donned the United kit do well. And there's this very interesting, mind blowing stat that I read. It's that Zaha has scored seven Premier League goals in his nine outings. The previous seven came in 47 matches, if I'm not wrong. So that shows that Zaha is hitting his purple patch and the player in form. At this price, competing with a good competition in Jack Grealish. But yeah, Wilfried Zaha was my standout performer for this game week.
So I think Suryash rightly mentioned Zaha has really benefited playing as a striker. And what a great thing for an FPL manager if your midfielder starts, an FPL midfielder starts playing as a striker. And talking about this out of position players, even Mohamed Salah has seen in the last few game weeks, he's been playing striker and he plays Fulham next. So with Mohamed Salah, the situation is such that even Trent Arnold is back and Trent and Mo play on the same wing. So in a way, we can see a good partnership between them. Although it's seen usually when the right flank is firing or providing the goals, it's usually the left flank that benefits from that, and that is why Robertson and Mane can also benefit from the return of Trent. But overall, Salah playing as a striker uh, can be really lethal. And like last week, we spoke about City, about them playing Fulham, and it could be a lottery. Loads of City players could be on the score sheet. Similarly, the next week against Fulham, Salah and company can just be really, really great FPL assets. Yep.
Yeah,
So another
definitely.
stat that I would like to add, in the mood of sharing stats today, it seems like, but another stat that I shared of Mohamed Salah is that of the time that he's been in the Premier League, if we divide the season in two parts, the summer season and the winter season, the summer ball and the winter ball, um, Salah has scored almost 25 goals in 50 games in the summer with the summer ball, if you would like to call that, and he scored double the amount of goals with the winter ball. And last game week was the first game week when the winter ball was played with. So that's just something.
Oh,
If
amazing,
Now I
yeah.
think it's
amazing
Salah
So
stuff.
season
almost.
starting over.
So yeah,
Uh,
moving on. Yeah, yeah, Akshay, go on.
yeah, so since we are all talking about stats, so the next player that I have chosen has very impressive stats. So no, for the standout six session, the second player that I wanted to pick was a defender. So I've gone with Kurt Zouma. You know, he has four clean sheets in the last 5 games that he has played, and just 11 games in the season, and he has already scored 4 goals. So he's scoring goals from set pieces, and I think he's defending set pieces as well very well. His pass completion has gone from 89.4%, which was in the last season, to 91.3%. And he has a dominating presence in the air as well. The one thing I noticed that Zuma also remains quite quick across the ground and able to sweep up if the team's high line is exposed. Uh, as he has a as he has started a very good partnership with Thiago, and but yeah, he can still be caught out of position occasionally, and an odd lapse of concentration, as we saw in the Bamford's goal. But the way he has improved and playing consistently, it makes him, I think, one of the most important players in the Blues side.
The most interesting bit here that we can see is all four of Chelsea defenders, Reece James,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Chilwell, Thiago Silva, and Zuma, all four of them scored a goal already.
Yes, yes.
So, you know, Chelsea, and plus they've kept the highest number of clean sheets in the
Yeah,
Premier League so far. So signing of Mendy has hugely benefited them. Last season
definitely.
Chelsea's defense was a topic of joke, and suddenly this season, all of them, all of their defenders are just giving a lot of points. I saw I saw an FPL manager's account on Twitter. I think he's from the surgery. Is it FPL Slapjack? I guess. He has actually gone up. He has gone and brought three Chelsea defenders in his team. So he has gone full money over there, and Chelsea defenders are really,
Yeah, they have
the
stepped up
team
the
to go
game.
for.
Yeah, definitely. Suryansh, what's your second player of the week?
Okay, so coming to the final pick, this was a tough one. Personally, honorable mentions being Raheem Sterling, who finally brought a smile to my face, and that's pretty rare. I say something like that for a City player. um, but yeah, I've gone. My pick is for Jamie Vardy. I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of this guy. I've been on the Jamie Vardy train this season since perhaps the beginning. So he's not disappointed. He's returned. I am assuming he's returned 74 points. Um, and even in the last game against Sheffield, there's this saying that Jamie Vardy is having an off day till he actually does something out of the blue. It's so sudden within a couple of seconds, and you're celebrating as an FPL manager, and that is what happened. Um, One of his shots hit the post, so overall it could have been a higher scoring game week for him. But nonetheless, I had captained Jamie Vardy. Um, can't be too disappointed, but yeah, that celebration cost me 2 points. Um, so, yeah, man, that was my second pick for this game week.
And the best bit is he's playing Brighton, and so that's a really juicy fixture for Jamie Vardy.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's another interesting stat I was came across today. Was that Jamie Vardy in the last minute of the game actually saved Brendan Rodgers' longest um, non-winning streak, as if you could call that. It would have been the longest streak since if since he took over. If Leicester had not won. I mean, this is his first win in the last five, if I'm not wrong, somewhere around those lines.
That's a really interesting stat.
So yeah, lads, with this, we come to the end of the picks for our game week that just went by. Um, Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Write to us. Let us know if there is something that you want us to talk about, and we'll sure cover that for you in the following game week. Till then, for the coming game week, may the arrows be green, and cheers, lads.
Cheers.